AKAs, more than just a name, the divine purposes. AKAs, more than just a name, the divine purposes. How the aliases we use connect us to the beyond. Exploring the deeper meanings and divine purposes behind names and aliases. Names and aliases are more than mere labels, they are imbued with profound significance and power. Throughout history, names have been seen as a reflection of one's identity, destiny, and spiritual path. In many cultures, the act of naming is a sacred ritual, believed to bestow certain qualities and protections upon the individual. For example, in ancient Egypt, the god Ammon, also known as Amun-Ra, was revered as the hidden force behind creation. His name, derived from Amen, meaning hidden or concealed, and Ra, the sun god, reflected his dual nature as both a solar deity and a mysterious all-encompassing force. This alias encapsulated his divine roles and the reverence he commanded. Intriguingly, Amun-Ra had a secret name known only to his daughter, Isis. It was believed that if this secret name were whispered, it could render him powerless. In contemporary times, aliases are commonly used in various contexts, from stage names in the entertainment industry to pseudonyms in literature and online identities. These aliases can serve multiple purposes, such as protecting one's privacy, creating a distinct persona, or aligning with a particular image or brand. However, the use of aliases also raises questions about authenticity and the nature of identity. In the realm of criminology, aliases play a crucial role in the operations of gangs and criminal enterprises. They can be used to conceal true identities, evade law enforcement, and establish reputations within criminal circles. The psychological impact of adopting an alias in such contexts can be profound, influencing behavior and self-perception. From a spiritual and esoteric standpoint, names and aliases are seen as carriers of energy and intention. In mystical traditions, the act of naming is often linked to the concept of divine contracts or spiritual commitments. For instance, the various names of God in the Bible, such as Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai, and Yahweh, each reveal different aspects of the divine nature and how God interacts with humanity. These aliases are not just titles, but encapsulate the multifaceted nature of the divine. The metaphysical implications of names and aliases extend beyond our physical reality. In the context of quantum physics and metaphysics, names are thought to have vibrational frequencies that interact with the fabric of the universe. This perspective suggests that names can influence our experiences in parallel universes and alternate realities, shaping our destiny in ways we may not fully understand. Various religious traditions offer unique insights into the power of names. In Christianity, for instance, the name of Jesus is considered to hold immense spiritual power. In Hinduism, the chanting of sacred names, mantras, is believed to bring about spiritual transformation and divine blessings. Philosophically, names can be seen as symbols that encapsulate the essence of an individual, reflecting their inner nature and divine purpose. The exploration of names and aliases reveals a complex interplay between identity, spirituality, and a metaphysical world. Whether viewed through the lens of history, criminology, or esoteric knowledge, it is clear that names carry a weight and significance that transcends their surface meanings. By understanding the deeper purposes behind our names and aliases, we can gain greater insight into our own identities and the divine paths we are meant to follow. Scope: examining the intersection of criminology, spirituality, and metaphysics. The scope of this exploration delves into the fascinating and complex interplay between criminology, spirituality, and metaphysics. By examining these seemingly disparate fields together, we can uncover profound insights into human behavior, identity, and the unseen forces that shape our lives. At the intersection of criminology, spirituality, and metaphysics lies a rich tapestry of insights that reveal the deeper meanings and divine purposes behind names and aliases. Criminology provides a practical understanding of how aliases function within criminal enterprises, while spirituality offers a perspective on the transformative power of names and their connection to the divine. Metaphysics bridges these fields by exploring the unseen forces and vibrational frequencies that influence our identities and destinies. By integrating these perspectives, we can develop a holistic understanding of the significance of names and aliases. This interdisciplinary approach allows us to appreciate the multifaceted nature of identity, the spiritual commitments we unknowingly make, and the metaphysical implications of our names. Ultimately, this exploration encourages us to reflect on our own names and aliases, seeking to understand the deeper purposes they serve in our lives and the divine paths they illuminate. Names and aliases carry significant weight and influence across various dimensions, impacting our lives in ways we may not fully understand. These identifiers are not merely superficial labels. They are imbued with profound meanings and energies that resonate through different aspects of our existence. In the realm of criminology, aliases can shape reputations, provide cover, and carry notoriety, influencing behavior within criminal enterprises. Spiritually, names and aliases reflect our inner selves, divine connections, and spiritual journeys, often symbolizing transformations and commitments to higher purposes. Metaphysically, the vibrational frequencies of names interact with the fabric of the universe, affecting our destinies and experiences across multiple realities and dimensions. By exploring the intersection of these fields, we can uncover the deeper purposes behind our names and aliases, gaining insights into our identities and the unseen forces that shape our lives. These names and aliases can invite the unimaginable, opening doors to new realities and experiences that transcend our everyday understanding. Historical context: the significance of names in ancient cultures and religions. In ancient cultures, names were far more than mere identifiers. They were believed to hold intrinsic power and significance. In Egypt, for instance, names were thought to encapsulate the essence of a person or deity. The god Amun, whose name means hidden, was revered for his mysterious and all-encompassing nature. His full name, Amun-Ra, combined his hidden aspect with that of Ra, the sun god, symbolizing his dual role as a creator and sustainer of life. The secret name of Amun-Ra, known only to his daughter Isis, was believed to hold such power that uttering it could render him powerless, illustrating the profound belief in the mystical power of names. Similarly, in many indigenous cultures, names are often given based on visions, dreams, or significant life events, reflecting a deep connection to the spiritual world. These names are not just personal identifiers, but are seen as a link to the divine, carrying the qualities and protections bestowed by the spiritual realm. In the Hebrew tradition, names like Elohim, Adonai, and Yahweh reveal different facets of God's nature and his relationship with humanity. Each name encapsulates specific attributes and roles, demonstrating the belief that names can convey profound spiritual truths and divine connections. Across these ancient cultures and religions, the act of naming was a sacred ritual, imbued with the power to influence one's destiny and spiritual path. Names were seen as a bridge between the human and the divine, carrying the weight of spiritual significance and the potential to shape reality. This historical context underscores the enduring belief in the power of names and aliases, a belief that continues to resonate in various forms across different cultures and spiritual traditions today. Modern implications: how names and aliases are used in contemporary society. In today's world, names and aliases serve multiple purposes across various contexts. Online, pseudonyms protect privacy and ensure security, allowing individuals to interact anonymously on social media and forums. In the entertainment industry, stage names and pen names help artists and writers create distinct brands and personas that resonate with their audiences. Criminals use aliases to evade law enforcement and build reputations within their networks, highlighting the strategic importance of these alternate identities in illicit activities. Psychologically, adopting an alias can empower individuals, enabling them to explore different aspects of their identity or escape past traumas. Socially, aliases facilitate new relationships and interactions, allowing for personal reinvention. Culturally and religiously, names and aliases continue to hold spiritual significance, often symbolizing transformation and divine blessings during rites of passage or spiritual initiations. In legal and professional contexts, aliases are used for legitimate purposes, such as in witness protection programs or to maintain privacy in sensitive professions. These diverse uses underscore the enduring significance of names and aliases in shaping our identities and interactions in contemporary society. Case studies: famous historical and modern figures known by their aliases. Throughout history, many individuals have adopted aliases that have become as iconic as their true names. These aliases often carry significant weight, shaping public perception and leaving a lasting legacy. Here are a few notable examples. 1. Mark Twain. Samuel Langhorne Clemens. Samuel Langhorne Clemens, better known by his pen name Mark Twain, is one of America's most celebrated authors. Twain's alias became synonymous with his witty, satirical writing style and his profound observations on human nature. The name Mark Twain itself is a riverboat term, reflecting Clemens' early career as a river pilot on the Mississippi River. This alias allowed him to craft a distinct literary persona that endures to this day. 2. Malcolm X. Malcolm Little. Malcolm X, born Malcolm Little, adopted his famous alias after joining the Nation of Islam. The X symbolized the loss of his African ancestral surname and his rejection of the slave name given to his family by white oppressors. This powerful alias became a symbol of his transformation and his commitment to the fight for civil rights and black empowerment. Malcolm X's name change marked a pivotal moment in his life and legacy. 3. George Orwell. Eric Arthur Blair. Eric Arthur Blair, known by his pen name George Orwell, used his alias to separate his personal life from his professional writing career. Orwell's works, including 1984 and Animal Farm, are critical examinations of totalitarianism and social injustice. His choice of alias allowed him to write freely and critically about political issues without fear of personal repercussions, and it has become synonymous with his influential literary contributions. 4. Lady Gaga. Stefani Joanne Angelina Germanotta. Stefani Joanne Angelina Germanotta, known globally as Lady Gaga, adopted her stage name to create a unique and memorable persona in the music industry. Inspired by the Queen's song Radio Gaga, her alias reflects her eclectic style and boundary-pushing artistry. Lady Gaga's name has become emblematic of her bold, avant-garde approach to music and performance, helping her stand out in a crowded industry. 5. Che Guevara. Ernesto Guevara. Ernesto Guevara, better known as Che Guevara, was an Argentine Marxist revolutionary and key figure in the Cuban Revolution. The nickname Che, a common Argentine expression, became his iconic alias. Che Guevara's name is now synonymous with revolutionary movements and the fight against imperialism, symbolizing his enduring legacy as a global icon of resistance and change. 6. Snoop Dogg, Calvin Cortazar Broadus Jr. Calvin Cortazar Broadus Jr., known professionally as Snoop Dogg, adopted his stage name early in his career. The alias, inspired by the Peanuts character Snoopy, helped him craft a distinctive identity in the rap and hip-hop industry. Snoop Dogg's name has become synonymous with his laid-back style, unique voice, and influential contributions to music and pop culture. 7. Herbie Blitzstein, Herbert Blitzstein. Herbert "Fat Herbie" Blitzstein was a notorious mobster associated with the Chicago outfit and later the Las Vegas underworld. Known for his involvement in loan sharking, bookmaking, and racketeering, Blitzstein's alias Fat Herbie became infamous in criminal circles. His role as a right-hand man to Tony Spilotro and his eventual murder in 1997 highlighted the dangerous and often deadly world of organized crime. 12. These case studies illustrate how aliases can shape public perception, provide a sense of identity, and carry significant cultural and historical weight. Whether for literary, political, artistic, or personal reasons, these aliases have left an indelible mark on history and continue to influence contemporary society. Names in criminal enterprises. The role of aliases in gangs and criminal organizations. In the world of criminal enterprises, aliases play a crucial role in maintaining anonymity, evading law enforcement, and establishing reputations. Members of gangs and criminal organizations often adopt aliases to conceal their true identities, making it more difficult for authorities to track their activities and build cases against them. These aliases can be used to create multiple layers of identity, allowing criminals to operate under different names in various contexts, thereby complicating investigative efforts. Aliases also serve as a means of reputation management within criminal circles. A well-chosen alias can convey strength, fearlessness, or other desirable traits, helping individuals to build and maintain their status within the organization. For example, notorious mobsters like Herbert "Fat Herbie" Blitzstein used their aliases to cultivate a specific image that commanded respect and instilled fear. These names often become synonymous with their criminal activities, further solidifying their reputations both within the organization and in the public eye. Moreover, the psychological impact of adopting an alias can be significant. It allows individuals to dissociate from their legal identities and embrace a persona that aligns with their criminal roles. This separation can make it easier for them to engage in illegal activities without the burden of their true identity's moral and ethical considerations. In essence, aliases in criminal enterprises are not just tools for deception, but are integral to the operational and psychological dynamics of the underworld. 16-30. Reputation management. How names and reputations are manipulated within criminal circles. In criminal circles, reputation is a critical asset, often determining an individual's influence and survival within the organization. Names and aliases are strategically manipulated to build and maintain these reputations. A well-chosen alias can project an image of power, fearlessness, or cunning, which can be crucial for gaining respect and authority. For instance, notorious figures like Al Capone, also known as Scarface, used their aliases to cultivate a fearsome persona that commanded respect and deterred rivals. Manipulating reputations through aliases also involves the careful crafting of narratives around one's criminal exploits. Stories of daring heists, ruthless enforcement, or strategic brilliance are often circulated within the organization and the broader criminal community. These narratives, tied to specific aliases, help to solidify an individual's standing and can even become legendary. The alias becomes a brand synonymous with certain traits and actions, which can be leveraged to influence others and maintain control. Additionally, the use of aliases allows criminals to compartmentalize their activities and manage multiple identities. This can be particularly useful for those involved in various facets of organized crime, from drug trafficking to money laundering. By maintaining different aliases for different operations, individuals can protect their core identity while enhancing their reputation in each specific area. This strategic use of names and reputations is a key element of survival and success in the underworld, where perception often dictates reality. Importantly, within these circles, using someone else's alias is considered taboo, no matter how long they have been dead. This unwritten rule ensures that the legacy and reputation associated with a particular alias remain intact and respected. Violating this taboo can lead to severe consequences, as it is seen as a profound disrespect to the individual's memory and the identity they crafted. This practice underscores the deep significance and personal ownership of aliases in the criminal world. Spiritual contracts, the concept of divine commitments tied to names. In many spiritual traditions, names are believed to carry profound significance, often seen as a reflection of one's soul and divine purpose. The concept of spiritual contracts suggests that names are not just identifiers, but are imbued with divine commitments and responsibilities. These names can act as a bridge between the individual and the spiritual realm, linking them to specific energies, destinies, and spiritual paths. When a name is given, it is often thought to come with certain spiritual obligations and protections. For instance, in some cultures, names are chosen based on visions, dreams, or significant life events, believed to align the individual with their divine purpose. These names can carry blessings, guide one's spiritual journey, and connect them to a larger cosmic order. However, the use of aliases introduces a complex dynamic into this spiritual framework. Adopting an alias can symbolize a transformation or a new phase in one's spiritual path, but it also carries the risk of inheriting the spiritual associations tied to that name. This is particularly significant when using someone else's alias. In such cases, the individual may unknowingly tie themselves to the previous owner's spiritual contracts, problems, debts, and associations. Using someone else's alias can bind an individual to the unresolved issues and karmic debts of the original name bearer. This can include spiritual obligations, unresolved conflicts, and even connections to specific spiritual groups or entities. The alias acts as a conduit, transferring not only the name's power, but also its burdens. This practice is often considered taboo in many cultures and spiritual traditions, as it can lead to unintended and potentially harmful consequences. Moreover, the spiritual associations tied to an alias can influence one's interactions and relationships within spiritual communities. Adopting an alias with a strong spiritual legacy can bring about expectations and responsibilities that the new bearer may not be prepared for. It can also attract the attention of spiritual entities or groups connected to the original name, further complicating the individual's spiritual journey. In essence, the concept of spiritual contracts tied to names underscores the profound impact that names and aliases can have on our lives. They are not just labels but carry deep spiritual significance, shaping our destinies and connecting us to the divine. Understanding the weight of these spiritual commitments can help us navigate our spiritual paths with greater awareness and respect for the power of names and aliases. Esoteric knowledge, insights from ancient wisdom and mystical traditions. Esoteric knowledge, derived from ancient wisdom and mystical traditions, offers profound insights into the nature of reality, the cosmos, and the human soul. These traditions often emphasize the interconnectedness of all things and the hidden truths that lie beyond the surface of everyday life. In many ancient cultures, esoteric teachings were passed down through secret societies and mystery schools, where initiates were taught to unlock the deeper meanings of existence. Central to many esoteric traditions is the belief in the power of symbols, rituals, and names. Names, in particular, are seen as carriers of spiritual energy and divine purpose. For example, in Kabbalistic teachings, the names of God are considered to hold immense power, each revealing different aspects of the divine and the structure of the universe. Similarly, in Hermeticism, the principle of as above, so below reflects the idea that the microcosm, human beings, mirrors the macrocosm, the universe, and understanding one's true name can unlock hidden potentials and spiritual insights. Mystical traditions also explore the concept of sacred geometry, where geometric patterns and shapes are believed to be the building blocks of creation. These patterns are thought to encode the fundamental principles of the universe, and understanding them can lead to greater spiritual awareness and enlightenment. The use of mandalas in Hinduism and Buddhism, for instance, serves as a tool for meditation and spiritual growth, symbolizing the unity and harmony of the cosmos. In essence, esoteric knowledge from ancient wisdom and mystical traditions provides a rich tapestry of insights that help us understand the deeper layers of reality. By exploring these teachings, we can gain a greater appreciation for the spiritual dimensions of our existence and the profound significance of names, symbols, and rituals in shaping our lives and destinies. Interdimensional connections. How names resonate across different realities and dimensions. Names and aliases are not confined to our physical reality. They resonate across different dimensions and realities, carrying with them unique energies and influences. In the realm of metaphysics, it is believed that names have vibrational frequencies that interact with the fabric of the universe, affecting our experiences and destinies in profound ways. This concept suggests that our names can influence our connections to various interdimensional entities and realities. Certain aliases are believed to be linked to astral government programs, such as the Gateway Experience, which explores altered states of consciousness and interdimensional travel. These programs often involve the use of specific names or codes that resonate with particular frequencies, enabling participants to access different dimensions and realities. Similarly, collectives like the Lightworkers, who are dedicated to raising the vibrational frequency of the planet, often adopt aliases that reflect their spiritual missions and connections to higher realms. When individuals adopt these aliases, they may find themselves connected to broader spiritual networks and interdimensional entities. These connections can manifest in various ways, including through dreams, visions, or other forms of spiritual communication. For instance, if someone adopts an alias associated with a particular astral program or spiritual collective, they may receive guidance or messages from beings in those dimensions. This can include insights into their spiritual path, warnings about potential dangers, or encouragement to align with their higher purpose. However, if an individual spiritually disagrees with the actions or beliefs of the group associated with their alias, they may experience internal conflict and receive contact from these interdimensional entities. This contact can occur through dreams, where the individual is visited by guides or beings who seek to resolve the discord. Alternatively, they may receive messages through meditation, synchronicities, or other spiritual practices, urging them to reconsider their alignment with the group or to make changes in their spiritual path. In essence, names and aliases serve as powerful connectors to different realities and dimensions, influencing our spiritual journeys and interactions with interdimensional entities. By understanding the resonance of our names, we can navigate these connections with greater awareness and align ourselves with the energies and purposes that best serve our highest good. This awareness can help us make informed choices about the aliases we adopt and the spiritual paths we follow, ensuring that our names resonate harmoniously across all dimensions of our existence. Social ties. The role of names in forming and maintaining group identities. Names play a crucial role in forming and maintaining group identities, serving as symbols of belonging and unity. Within any social group, whether it be a family, community, or organization, names help to establish a collective identity. They can signify membership, shared values, and common goals. For instance, surnames often reflect familial ties and heritage, linking individuals to their ancestors and cultural backgrounds. In organizations and clubs, names and titles can denote roles, responsibilities, and hierarchies, reinforcing the structure and cohesion of the group. Aliases and nicknames further strengthen social bonds by creating a sense of intimacy and camaraderie among members. These informal names often arise from shared experiences, inside jokes, or notable traits, fostering a sense of belonging and mutual recognition. In subcultures and specialized communities, such as gaming clans or activist groups, aliases can symbolize a commitment to the group's ethos and objectives, enhancing solidarity and collective identity. Moreover, names can act as powerful tools for social cohesion and identity preservation. They help to maintain continuity and tradition within the group, ensuring that its values and legacy are passed down through generations. By adopting and honoring these names, individuals reaffirm their connection to the group and its shared history, strengthening the social fabric that binds them together. In essence, names are integral to the formation and maintenance of group identities, providing a sense of unity, belonging, and continuity. Aliases hold significant cultural importance across various societies, reflecting unique values, beliefs, and traditions. In many cultures, aliases are not just alternative names but carry deep symbolic meanings and serve specific purposes. In African cultures, aliases can be used to reflect personal achievements, social status, or significant life events. These names often evolve over time, marking important milestones and changes in an individual's life. For example, a person might adopt a new alias after a significant accomplishment or rite of passage, symbolizing their growth and new status within the community. In East Asian cultures, aliases are often used in artistic and literary contexts. In China, poets and scholars frequently adopt pen names that reflect their philosophical beliefs, artistic style, or personal aspirations. These aliases become an integral part of their identity and legacy, often carrying as much weight as their given names. Similarly, in Japan, artists and writers may use aliases to create distinct personas that align with their creative works and public image. In Western cultures, aliases are commonly used in the entertainment industry, where actors, musicians, and writers adopt stage names or pen names to craft unique identities. These aliases help them stand out in a crowded market and often become synonymous with their public personas. Additionally, aliases are used in online communities and social media to maintain privacy and create distinct digital identities. Indigenous cultures around the world also place great importance on aliases, often viewing them as sacred and powerful. In many Native American traditions, individuals may receive new names during significant life events or spiritual ceremonies. These aliases reflect their evolving identity and spiritual journey, connecting them to their community and the natural world. Overall, aliases are a vital aspect of cultural identity, encapsulating the values, history, and aspirations of a society. They serve as a means of connecting individuals to their heritage, community, and the broader cultural narrative, while also allowing for personal expression and transformation. Case studies. Analysis of specific groups and their use of aliases. Aliases are used by various groups for different purposes, reflecting their unique needs, values, and social dynamics. Here are some notable examples. 1. The Mafia. The Mafia, or organized crime syndicates, have a long history of using aliases to protect their identities and manage their reputations. Figures like Al Capone, known as Scarface, and Charles Lucky Luciano adopted aliases that became synonymous with their criminal activities and personas. These names help them build fearsome reputations and maintain anonymity, making it harder for law enforcement to track their movements and activities. The use of aliases in the Mafia is also a way to honor tradition and maintain a sense of continuity within the organization. 2. The Yakuza. In Japan, the Yakuza, or Japanese organized crime groups, also make extensive use of aliases. Members often adopt nicknames that reflect their roles, characteristics, or achievements within the organization. These aliases help to establish a hierarchy and convey respect and authority. For example, a high-ranking member might be known by a name that signifies their power and influence, while lower-ranking members might have names that reflect their aspirations or loyalty to the group. 3. Hacktivist groups. Hacktivist groups like Anonymous use aliases to protect their identities while engaging in cyber activism. Members adopt pseudonyms to maintain anonymity and avoid legal repercussions. These aliases also help to create a sense of unity and collective identity within the group. The use of a common symbol, such as the Guy Fawkes mask, further reinforces this collective identity, making individual members less important than the group's overall mission and message. 4. The Ku Klux Klan. The Ku Klux Klan, KKK, a white supremacist hate group, has historically used aliases to conceal members' identities and protect them from legal and social consequences. Members often adopt titles and pseudonyms that reflect their roles within the organization, such as Grand Wizard or Exalted Cyclops. These aliases help to create a sense of hierarchy and mystique, reinforcing the group's ideology and structure. 5. The Freemasons. The Freemasons, a fraternal organization with roots in medieval stonemason guilds, use aliases and symbolic names as part of their rituals and traditions. Members often adopt names that reflect their roles within the lodge or their personal spiritual journeys. These aliases are used during ceremonies and meetings, helping to create a sense of unity and shared purpose among members. The use of symbolic names also connects members to the organization's rich history and esoteric teachings. 6. Online gaming communities. In online gaming communities, players frequently use aliases or gamertags to create unique identities within the virtual world. These aliases allow players to express their personalities, skills, and affiliations. In competitive gaming, a well-known alias can become a brand, attracting followers and sponsorships. The use of aliases also helps to protect players' real identities, providing a layer of privacy and security in the online environment. These case studies illustrate the diverse ways in which aliases are used by different groups to protect identities, manage reputations, and create a sense of unity and purpose. Whether in criminal organizations, activist movements, or social communities, aliases play a crucial role in shaping group dynamics and individual identities. Entry into criminal organizations and secret realms. Entry into a criminal organization or network can unknowingly connect you with secret realms, entities, and societies. When you join such a group, you often adopt an alias that signifies your new identity within the organization. This alias can serve as a gateway to hidden dimensions and spiritual realms that are intertwined with the criminal network. Unbeknownst to you and your compatriots, These aliases can link you to interdimensional entities and secret societies that operate beyond the physical world. These connections can manifest in various ways, such as through dreams, visions, or other forms of spiritual communication. You might receive guidance, warnings, or even commands from these entities, influencing your actions and decisions within the criminal organization. Moreover, the alias you adopt can tie you to the spiritual contracts and karmic debts of the organization. This means that you may inherit the unresolved issues and obligations of the group, affecting your spiritual journey and personal destiny. The entities and societies connected to the alias can exert influence over your life, leading you into situations and experiences that you might not fully understand or control. You may also notice that tasks assigned to you within the organization seem odd or purposeless. However, much like wearing specific colors to signify gang affiliation, these tasks often carry deeper meanings and purposes. They may be symbolic actions that align with the spiritual or metaphysical goals of the group. For example, something as simple as bagging your customers' purchases in white bags at work could be a ritualistic act with hidden significance, connecting you to the broader spiritual network of the organization. In essence, the metaphysical implications of using names and aliases in other dimensions highlight the interconnectedness of all things. Names are powerful tools that can shape our experiences and destinies across multiple realities. By understanding the deeper significance of aliases, we can navigate these connections with greater awareness and make informed choices about the names we adopt. This awareness can help us align with the energies and purposes that best serve our highest good, ensuring that our names resonate harmoniously across all dimensions of our existence. Quantum perspectives: the intersection of quantum physics and metaphysics in understanding names. The intersection of quantum physics and metaphysics offers a fascinating lens through which to understand the profound significance of names. Quantum physics, with its exploration of the fundamental nature of reality, reveals that the universe is far more interconnected and dynamic than classical physics suggests. Concepts such as entanglement, superposition, and the observer effect challenge our traditional notions of space, time, and causality, opening up new possibilities for understanding the metaphysical implications of names. In quantum physics, particles can become entangled, meaning that the state of one particle is instantaneously connected to the state of another, regardless of the distance between them. This phenomenon suggests a deep level of interconnectedness in the universe, where everything is linked in a complex web of relationships. Similarly, names and aliases can be seen as vibrational frequencies that resonate across different dimensions and realities, creating connections that transcend physical boundaries. Metaphysics, which delves into the nature of existence and reality beyond the physical, complements these quantum insights by exploring the spiritual and energetic dimensions of names. From a metaphysical perspective, names are not just arbitrary labels, but carry specific vibrations that influence our experiences and interactions with the world. These vibrations can align us with certain energies, entities, and spiritual paths, shaping our destinies in ways that are often beyond our conscious understanding. The observer effect in quantum physics, which posits that the act of observation can influence the outcome of an experiment, parallels the metaphysical idea that our intentions and awareness can shape our reality. When we adopt a name or alias, we are not merely choosing a label, but actively engaging with its vibrational frequency. This engagement can attract certain experiences, opportunities, and challenges, reflecting the interconnected nature of our thoughts, intentions, and the universe. Superposition, another key concept in quantum physics, suggests that particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously until observed. This idea resonates with the metaphysical notion that names can carry multiple layers of meaning and potential. A single name or alias can encapsulate various aspects of our identity, spiritual path, and connections to different dimensions. By understanding and consciously engaging with these layers, we can navigate our lives with greater awareness and intention. In essence, the intersection of quantum physics and metaphysics provides a rich framework for understanding the deeper significance of names. By viewing names as vibrational frequencies that resonate across different dimensions, we can appreciate their power to shape our experiences and destinies. This perspective encourages us to approach the choice and use of names with mindfulness and respect, recognizing their potential to influence our lives in profound and often mysterious ways. Religious views: how various religions interpret the power of names. Names hold significant power and meaning across various religious traditions, often seen as more than mere identifiers. In Christianity, names are believed to carry divine significance. The name of Jesus, for instance, is considered to hold immense spiritual power, capable of invoking protection, healing, and salvation. Biblical names often reflect the character or destiny of individuals, such as Abraham, meaning father of many, which aligns with his role as the patriarch of many nations. In Hinduism, names are deeply intertwined with spiritual practices and beliefs. The chanting of sacred names or mantras is a central practice, believed to bring about spiritual transformation and divine blessings. Names of deities, like Krishna or Shiva, are recited to invoke their presence and receive their guidance and protection. The choice of a name at birth often reflects astrological considerations and the desired qualities for the individual. Islam places great importance on names, particularly those that honor Allah and the prophets. Names like Muhammad, meaning praised one, are chosen to reflect reverence and connection to the divine. The 99 names of Allah, each representing different attributes of God, are recited in prayers and meditations to deepen one's spiritual connection and understanding of the divine nature. In Judaism, names are seen as a reflection of one's soul and destiny. The Hebrew tradition places great emphasis on the meanings and origins of names, often linking them to biblical figures and stories. The practice of naming children after ancestors is common, believed to honor their memory and continue their legacy. The use of God's name, Yahweh, is considered sacred and is often replaced with titles like Adonai in prayers to show reverence. Buddhism also recognizes the power of names, particularly in the context of spiritual practice and enlightenment. The names of enlightened beings, such as the Buddha, are chanted in rituals and meditations to invoke their qualities and attain spiritual insights. Monastic names given during ordination reflect the individual's spiritual journey and commitment to the path of enlightenment. Overall, names in various religious traditions are imbued with profound spiritual significance, reflecting beliefs about identity, destiny, and the divine. They serve as powerful tools for invoking divine presence, receiving blessings, and guiding one's spiritual journey. Alternate realities: exploring the concept of parallel universes and their impact on our aliases. The concept of parallel universes or alternate realities suggests that there are multiple coexisting versions of our world, each with its own unique variations. In these alternate realities, our aliases might carry different meanings, associations, and even destinies. For instance, an alias that signifies strength and leadership in one universe might be associated with entirely different traits in another. This idea aligns with the multiverse theory in quantum physics, which posits that every possible outcome of a decision branches into a new separate universe. The impact of these alternate realities on our aliases extends beyond mere semantics. Aliases in different universes could influence our identities, behaviors, and life paths in profound ways. For example, an alias like peacekeeper might be associated with a benevolent, peace-promoting group in one reality, while in another, it could be tied to a criminal organization or an undesirable faction. This multiplicity of identities highlights the fluid and dynamic nature of aliases, suggesting that they are not fixed labels, but rather evolving entities that adapt to the context of each reality. Understanding this can deepen our appreciation of the power and significance of aliases across different dimensions. Philosophical insights: the philosophical underpinnings of aliases and their significance. Aliases, or alternative names, carry profound philosophical significance. At their core, aliases challenge the notion of a fixed identity, suggesting that our sense of self is more fluid and multifaceted than we might assume. This aligns with existentialist philosophy, which posits that individuals are not bound by a single immutable essence, but are free to define themselves through their choices and actions. Moreover, aliases can serve as a means of exploring different aspects of one's identity. By adopting an alias, individuals can experiment with new roles and personas, gaining insights into their own nature and the human condition. This practice resonates with the concept of the self in Eastern philosophies, where identity is seen as a dynamic and evolving construct rather than a static entity. In a broader sense, aliases highlight the power of names and language in shaping our reality. They remind us that the labels we use are not merely descriptive, but also prescriptive, influencing how we perceive ourselves and others. This underscores the importance of being mindful of the names and aliases we choose, as they carry the potential to transform our lives in profound ways. Summary of key points. The profound significance of names and aliases across various dimensions, from ancient cultures and spiritual traditions to modern criminology and metaphysics. It delves into how names shape our identities, influence our behaviors, and resonate across different realities and dimensions. By examining historical contexts, case studies, and philosophical insights, the book reveals the dynamic and transformative power of names and aliases, encouraging readers to reflect on the deeper meanings behind their own labels and the impact they have on their lives. Final thoughts, reflecting on the profound impact of names and aliases. Names and aliases hold immense power, shaping our identities and influencing our paths in ways we may not fully comprehend. They are more than mere labels. They carry histories, intentions, and energies that can resonate across different dimensions and realities. It is crucial to be mindful of the aliases we choose and the intentions behind them. An alias can carry the weight of its previous associations, potentially inviting the energies or influences, even the owner of the alias themselves, of those who previously bore it, whether they are living or discorporealized. By understanding and respecting the profound impact of names and aliases, we can navigate our lives with greater awareness and intentionality, ensuring that the labels we adopt truly reflect our highest aspirations and authentic selves.